So hey guys, welcome back to another video. So yeah, it's been a while since I have uploaded. So yeah, let's just cut the crap and let's just move on. So today we are gonna just build our first linear regression model, and we are gonna deploy it using AWS in a cloud. So right now we are gonna get a dataset. We are gonna clean that dataset, run our algorithms. Yeah, linear regression. We're gonna apply that model, and then we are gonna code a pipeline, and then we'll connect it to GitHub, and then we'll push it to AWS. So yeah, today we are gonna do that. So let's begin. So currently we are at my screen, so you can see. So we are in the step-by-step project implementation of lifecycle of MLOps. Sorry. So right now we are at step-by-step project implementation with lifecycle of MLOps. ML project. Sorry, not MLOps. So these are just the basic things where we have did the basic structure and all those things of linear regression and multiple regression. I'll just show you. So that was lecture number 164. This is where we have created, I mean, we took a data set, we performed basic EDA, and then we started creating dividing the data set into independent and dependent variables. And then using sklearn train test plate, we divided the data set into 4 parts. One is training, one is train and test. So for both X and Y data set. And then this is how the data set were there. And then we initialized an linear regressor model, and then we just train the model on XY train, and then these are the coefficient. This is the intercept, and this is the coefficient of those weights, and through which we got the best fit line. So rest all is same. So now currently I'm at this section, which is considering which is based on this Algerian fire forest. Forest fires. So this is what the dataset is currently going through. So, and we'll start our main project implementation from here. So currently these two are there. So let's complete this as soon as possible. So we just finished creating pickle files for our models. So the thing which we have trained our models on the dataset which we have been given. So now it's time for creating the web app for that model and deploying it in AWS using GitHub. So what does this ML project lifecycle is? So it's nothing but the process of getting the data set from fetching the relative information required, then training the model, and then deploying it, and then managing the model. So the complete cycle of this process is called ML lifecycle. So this consists of 5 parts. So first one is data collection, second one is EDA, and third one is feature engineering, fourth one is training a model, and fifth one is creating a web application and then deploying it through AWS or Azure or any cloud platform available online. So now let's start setting up the environment. So first in Visual Studio Code, we're gonna create our own virtual environment. We're gonna use pandas. Cycle, Matplotlib, Seaborn, TensorFlow. No, not TensorFlow. Flask. That's it. Okay, so these were the requirement text, and now take a clean data set. So yeah, so now let's head to GitHub because we need to have a GitHub repo for this. So let's create a new repository and now we're just gonna push it and boom, it's done. So we have just initialized a GitHub repository and we have connected a GitHub. So now let's start coding. So guys, we are finally done with the simple project. So just to predict how much area a forest, how much forest area might burn. So these are all the input features. Okay, so temperature, rain, FFMC, classes and region. So we just created the predictor. This is the model and the standardization. So because during training we standardize the data, so now the input value should also be standardized. So we created that and we first standardized the data, and I mean, yeah, here we standardized the data and then we applied our rich logic on that, and then the final output. Let's run the project. So for that, and if you're wondering what application I'm using, it's a WAP, an agentic terminal. So this is the home page, and if you go to this page and you can see, I know I haven't worked on UI, but UI is not our first major project. So this is just a basic prediction. So for now, I need just few values. So we can't import random values because I tried and I did it, and I got answer in minus. Yep. So I got answer in minus, which is not possible. I mean, it shouldn't happen, but yeah, it happened. So what we are gonna do is first we are gonna give the temperature. It's gonna predict, and the predicted area of fire is 0.54. So I just rounded off to the two numbers. So yep, now we just created our first project, and now it's time for to push it. So okay, so here's our project. So now we need an AWS account. So actually, I had never created an AWS account. So let's go and get our AWS. So okay, so after a while, finally account is done and got $100 credits alongside more to earn. So I can earn more around $100 more. So now let's let's start deploying our project in AWS. So yeah, let's go. Okay guys, so now it's time for deployment. So I have I have did some changes to UI. I told ChatGPT to fix a little bit UI. I know it's it's just waste of time, but yeah, I just told him to do it and he did it. Okay, so apart from that, okay, so we just created a Python config file so that our AWS can talk with this, and we have just pushed that to GitHub. So now we are gonna deploy it. So first one is, so we are gonna deploy it using Beanstalk, Elastic Beanstalk, and then we are gonna create. So we are gonna just keep the environment name same as this because the course version which it was using doesn't have any environment name, so we are gonna keep it name. And we are gonna create a single instance for free usage. And oh wait, I'm not gonna deploy this on European. Where is Asia? Let's do it Mumbai. So application name will be same. Okay, it was created. Okay, I did it bad. I use Python 3.13. Never use latest version, guys. Most of the modules won't work. And single instance, we're gonna keep it. Check availability. Yep, it's there. Or do we? We'll just keep it blank, guys. We don't know much. We are just learning, so no. Next. Okay, so ChatGPT said it's working. ChatGPT said it's working, so it's working. Even we got the instance, guys. So chill. So now what we are gonna do is Custom build, a custom pipeline. So, oh, wait. Okay, so now we'll just skip the test stage and we're gonna deploy an elastic beanstalk Pacific region environment name.env. Next. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, we got an error. The provided role does not have elastic bean create application permission. All right, we don't have. Application. Okay, retry. There it was. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's see. Did it get deployed? By that time, I'll just check the course. So yeah, let's wait till it's good. Okay, it's done, guys. It just took around a couple of minutes to, what do we say, deploy. Couple of minutes. It took around 5 minutes. And if we click here, boom, first project deployed. Okay, so let's do this. And yeah, if something doesn't work properly, I just messed it up in creation. I mean the model pickling. I messed it up there. So yeah. -10. I knew it. Something was off. I messed it up somewhere. So 18. Let's try this again with something different. And 1 1. Yeah, it's now it's yeah. Values incorrect. So with this, what we can conclude is we just created a machine learning project, unfinished one. I mean, it has some flaws. I didn't do proper model pickling and exportation. I mean, exporting the pickle file. So that caused some errors. And we learned how to deploy it in AWS. We went through the life cycle of ML project, how a life cycle works, and we brainstormed how to fix, I mean, how to work on with this AWS. So yeah, it was good experience. So we'll meet you in, I'll meet you in next video, guys. Till then, everybody take care. Yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm just going. I'm just leaving. So, this AWS gotta learn this. So yeah, that's all for this video. We'll meet you in the next part. I mean, next day. Till then, everybody take care. Bye bye. I can't hit this. It's Mac. Okay, bye.